Look who is back. Look who is here. Mama, say hi. Say hi. Hi, Mama. Isn't she so cute? She's Hi guys. Welcome back to Gail Amy's channel. My name is Abigail. And as you already know, we recently welcomed our daughter. So I've been all over the place with so much excitement. It's been so fun. It's been amazing. All the baby laughter, the giggles. She's learning to roll now and crawl, and she's trying to stand. It's just a beautiful experience. Anyways, I want to share one thing that motherhood has taught me in the space of 5 months. Yeah, 5 months. It's to trust your instinct. Trust your instinct. I feel like, there's this stereotypical mindset or way of doing things. P.S. I'm Nigerian. Um, so we have, I think every culture, every group of individuals have their way of doing things, which is credit to them. you know it's good, it's not really a bad thing, but just don't go with all the narrative. Do what's best for you, do what's best for your baby. I'll share a couple. I actually said one, but I'll share two on why I said trust your instinct. Actually, one with two reasons. Oh, firstly, when we had our baby, she we noticed that she was having what's it called, she was having white patches on her skin, and her skin color began to show some signs of discoloration. And then the stereotypical Nigerian mom, because in Nigeria where I come from, when a woman gives birth, her mom and the mother of the husband or the baby daddy, comes to babysit for a couple of months until the new mom is able to be strong enough to take care of her baby. And because they are more experienced and they've done this for a number of time and over the years, and they have garnered a lot more experience, they tend to want to advise from their wealth of experience, which is credit to them, not a bad thing. So it was from that notion that we got some recommendations on baby brands to use, for baby products. When I mean product, I mean skincare product. And so we went with those options. And we started noticing white patches on her skin, discolorations here and there. It wasn't like it was anything bad, but it was just not a pleasant sight. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. BBM wants to be in this video. Hold on a second. Let me get her. I'll be right back. Look who is back. Look who is here. Mama, say hi. Say hi. Hi, Mama. Isn't she so cute? She's so cute. Okay, so yeah, so we got recommendations on baby skincare products to use on her, and we went with it. And then eventually we started seeing some things that were not pleasant in her skin and whatnot. And then that was when we decided, oh, you know what, it's time for us to actually check not the stereotypical baby brands, but what we think would be best for our beautiful princess. And so we found out that Johnson's was absolutely amazing. The Johnson's top to toe body wash. I'm going to insert a picture of that. So we changed completely to everything Johnson's, from her oil to her body bath to her cream. Everything was Johnson's. And then eventually the discoloration began to ease off, and then it went. When I googled, of course, don't google new moms, don't google, because Google has a way of amplifying the symptoms and kind of scaring you. So if you're not really sure about it, it can be quite intimidating. So we saw options, and I thought it was pityritis alba, which isn't a bad thing or a scare anyway, but wasn't just a pleasant thing. yeah, so we changed from the. I'm not going to mention the other brand she was using. Credit to them. I'm not saying it's a bad brand, but it wasn't good for her baby skin. And so that taught me a big lesson. Not everything that is, stereotypical, not everything that is like the normal way of doing things is okay for you or your baby or whatever. Just pick what is best for your daughter or your child. Don't have to go with like the norm. It doesn't have to be, very expensive. It doesn't have to be, what's the word? It doesn't have to be the most popular. It doesn't have to be the most expensive. It just has to do the work, And as you can see, she's glowing, is she? Mama, say hi. Mama, say hi. Hi, Mama. I'm so excited. I can't contain my excitement. So yeah, that's one. And then the second one was this. Baby M loves to take a shower. She loves her bath time. That's like her fun time for her. That's where she gets to play, laugh, just explore, have fun in the bathroom. She loves to take a shower. I also use that as an opportunity to, massage her body when she's done. Use body oil to give her a proper massage. And trust me, after every bath session, she falls asleep. Now, here's the thing: when my mom was around, she usually wake her up early as 5 a.m. to give her a bath. It's hot here in Nigeria, so don't even think that it was inappropriate. The weather is pretty much hot, so she wakes her up 5 a.m. to give her a bath. And at 6 p.m. Nigerian time, she's also giving her night bath. And so when she was younger, it was okay, it was all good and dandy, and she would sleep. She didn't really wake up at night as much to eat. I had to always, wake her up intermittently to feed her, and then she'll sleep through the day. But as she grew older, we realized that once she goes to bed early, she would wake up earlier. Meaning that if you give her night shower, if she takes a shower at say 6 p.m., 7 p.m. ish, by midnight or an hour past midnight, she is going to wake up, and she'll be up till the most part of the morning. She wouldn't go back to bed till like 4 or 5 ish, sometimes 6 a.m. She stays awake for that long. So what we did was delay her night shower time. Then we took it back a bit and took it from earlier time that we used to give her the night bath to like 8 9 p.m. ish. And so when she slept at that time, she didn't wake up till 5 6 a.m., which was fair, and so everyone was always like, oh, that's not the right time to bathe your baby. And of course, there was a time I started bathing her at midnight, because she would go to bed and wake up at 11:30, sometimes almost midnight, and she won't go back to sleep, so I'll just have to give her a bath so she can sleep. And then I just thought, oh, you know what, let's actually delay her shower time, and that worked fine for us. That was very fine. So when my sister spoke with me one time over the phone, and she was saying, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm still trying to give our baby a night shower. She's like, oh, really? Why this late? Da da da. That's not the right way to do things, and all of that, all of that, all of that. Yeah, it might not be the right way, but this method and this way was working fine for us. We didn't have a problem with that. Our baby's skin is fine. Our baby's doing great. It doesn't have to be like the stereotypical, cliche time where I'm not saying these things are wrong. I'm not saying that they are not nice or appropriate, but if it doesn't work for you, please feel free to change it. Feel free to do what's best for you. Every mom knows what's best for her and her baby. So that's what motherhood has taught me: to trust your instincts and make the best decisions for your baby, according to what you think is best for her, not what society, culture, any other person think is best for her. You and your partner are responsible for making decisions until your child is grown or old enough to then take over that responsibility of making decisions for themselves. Till then, it's your responsibility, and so you have to make the best decisions according to what you know is best for them, and not what works for every other person. What works for every other person wouldn't work for a child. BBM skin is glowing, like I said, and she's doing great. Say hi. Say hi, mama. She's not in the mood. She's playing. She's not in the mood. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I feel anything go too. Please don't forget to like, drop your comment. What are your own stereotypes when it comes to parenting? You know, according to your culture, what have you thrown away and what are you working with? I love to read from all of you beautiful people. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. See you in my next video.